All right, so once you've got at least one book out there, which is the case for me with 3, you can do a lot of reuse in that I'm using Scrivener. So what I've done is I've taken my book on how to become a confident public speaker, and I did a file save as and saved it as part of a title for my next book, which is how to get the most out of conferences. And so what I want to show you how to do now is, in essence, what I do. So the copyright, needless to say, you would change this to the name of your book. So in my case, it's, and what I'm realizing now is that's not the font I want. So here's a quick tip. You can quickly just paste things into Notepad, and that will get rid of the formatting. And then you can paste that in, and it will keep the font. So in my case, I'm just going to remove the character turns. So there we have it. That's the year. Ravi's my graphics designer, so that stays the same. This comes into play after we're done with all of these chapters, so we don't need to worry about that. And about the author, I'm the same author, so that doesn't change. So what does change is this. So what I want to show you is I've got my Word document on the side here that in essence has the rough draft of what I'd like to convey. So what I do is I basically take the chapters. So let's say, for example, we'll just pick the first one here. So introduction, just to give you an idea. So I would copy this text, and you would just replace this chapter here. So copy paste, and then you'd rename this to introduction. So I wouldn't pay too much attention to the titles, but what I do want to show you is I kind of go through. So I take the introduction, which I have in my chapter here, and I also rename the chapter on this end to match, because this is what's going to get compiled and produced into your documents. Now the other part that I do is, you'll notice that I've already concluded that I like Calibri, bold, 18, one font for the title. So that's why I type things in to keep the right format. And likewise for my text, having read hundreds of books myself, I've come to conclude that I like Calibri and 1.5 font to make it easier. So this is what I like, and this is what I do for every single chapter. So again, I'm going to bore you with all of this, but in essence, you'd step on to the next one, go back to your Word document, and go on to the next one. So that's how you go through and repurpose a lot of the information.